Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's subject is going to be Rebecca Sugar, Steven Universe creator. So, recently I found out while rewatching some of the show that back in the day, before she was hired by Cartoon Network, she made some Rule 34 art of the Ed, and Eddy characters. From what the forums online say, it seems to be done before she was like part of Cartoon Network at all, when she was really young. Even that said, though, it's really creepy and weird and leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and it's kind of disgusting that something like that's associated with their name. Like, why underage characters, regardless of like how old you are? Why are you drawing underage characters in promiscuous situations like that, or lewd situations like that, whatever you call it? Like, it's just weird. And I'm not going to make the argument that they're the same person today, but I couldn't really find anything from them really addressing it or saying anything about it. It seems more kind of like they've just ignored it. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's something out there that I missed, but I've not been able to find a single statement from them even talking about it. And I think they should acknowledge, like, that they've drew that, and that is a piece of art that exists out on the internet now because of them. It's kind of creepy and gross, in my opinion. Like, I'm not gonna say it makes her like a criminal or she like did something illegal, but it's definitely weird and not something you'd want to be associated with your name. But at the same time, you drew that and you put it out there, so you should probably address it, because it's really just I'm obviously not going to show the images here because yes, it was several images that she drew of the characters, and it's just gross. Like, why? And I don't know, it makes me think about like some of her work, like Steven Universe, a lot differently now, especially since Steven is a character that falls around the same age as the kids from Ed, and Eddy. Kind of makes me uncomfortable knowing what she did drawing characters that are about the same age. It's just ugh. Like, how do we know she's not doing art of her own characters like that behind the scenes? There's no way for us to tell. And it makes a lot of the other stuff in the show look especially weird. Like how small Peridot, Ruby, and Sapphire are. Like, they're supposed to be like old gems, but they look like children, and I'm starting to think it might be a bit of Rebecca Sugar doing, you know, the old weird basement dweller, it's actually 1,000-year-old type argument, and that's just also creepy to me. So just looking back at it, it makes the show look really weird. It makes Rebecca Sugar look really weird, and it's just kind of grosses me out. I'm not gonna say like, oh, we need to do blah blah blah. I'm not gonna say any of that because I'm just some dude on the internet. But as far as my personal taste goes, I'm gonna have to say, nah, that's a no from me, dog. I'm not gonna associate with anything this person does. If I know that they're a part of it, I'm probably gonna try and not watch it, because I don't know, man, that's just creepy and gross. And the fact that I couldn't find anything of them like actually addressing it either, it makes it extra weird to me, because like, you put that out there, people are kind of like, what the fuck about it, and then you just don't really say anything, as if you're trying to just let it die in silence. Which seems kind of scummy, especially when you go on to produce shows for the same network that produced that show that you drew those inappropriate images of. Like, it's just weird. Like, if you're working at that company and you drew like their characters like that, you'd think that you'd actually like address it and be like, yeah, hey, something other than just nothing. It's just weird. Like, even if they did explain it, I'm sure there's not really a reason that would satisfy me, because it's just weird, creepy art to me. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get past that. But it would have been nice to at least have the creator say something about it, like, oh yeah, I did this when I was younger, yada yada yada, like something, so we could actually know the full situation, other than just, oh yeah, they made this art. And it's just, ugh, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But with that, I think I'm going to end it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Catch y'all later.
I want to go home!